Hand on heart, do you think he's played his last game for Liverpool?
I have no clue. I cannot answer that question at this moment of time.
Liverpool's all-time Premier League scoring king, Mohamed Salah, left sitting at home while his teammates won their Champions League game in Italy. The man who used to carry Liverpool on his back now feels completely blindsided. In an explosive interview, Salah vented that someone at the club wants him to take all the blame for Liverpool's struggles.
I think it's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame.
How on earth did we get here? It's a story of glory, conflict and a hard lesson that no player, not even the Egyptian king, is bigger than the club. Stay tuned because this saga is just getting started. Not long ago, Mo Salah was Liverpool's modern icon. We're talking multiple golden boots, 20-plus goal seasons every year, and those magical Champions League nights at Anfield. He wasn't just writing his own legacy, he defined the team for nearly a decade. But today, that same unstoppable hero is suddenly being treated as a problem. New manager Arne Slot, brought in after Klopp's era, has suddenly pushed him out of the starting plans. When Arne Slot took over, there were early promises of clarity and respect. Imagine the first meetings, Slot telling Salah he's still crucial to Liverpool's plans, that they'd work together to evolve his game, and that there's a defined role waiting for him. But as the second season unfolded, things started taking a shift. Slot introduced new high-pressing tactics and a faster, younger front line. Week by week, Salah's role started changing without much explanation. The shift also became clearer once Isak and Ekitike arrived. Both of them depend heavily on service into the box, and while Salah can provide assists, his natural instinct has always been to score himself. When the goals began to dry up, and Trent was no longer supplying those trademark balls in behind, Salah's numbers started dropping. The new forwards needed feeders, but Salah's game has never been built around being that kind of wide creator. Communication between the star player and the coach broke down. Salah has hinted he went from having a good relationship with Slot to no relationship at all, almost overnight.
I said that many times before. I had a good relationship with the manager, and out of the sudden we don't have any relationship. I don't know why.
It felt like a breakup overnight. Salah could sense he was being edged toward the door, and it hurt. Liverpool also began feeling the impact on the pitch. Without Salah's usual scoring output, Slot needed the entire front line to defend more to protect results. And this clashed with the agreement from last season, where Salah wasn't expected to track back heavily as long as he delivered goals. Now that the goals slowed, the moment everything shifted was when Salah, Liverpool's talisman for 8 years, got benched. Not once, not twice, but 3 matches in a row, he was left out of the starting lineup. For Salah, this was unheard of. He admitted, "The third time on the bench, I think for the first time in my career. I'm very, very disappointed. Now I'm sitting on the bench and I don't know why." Slot, for his part, started trusting other profiles up front like Ekitike and Wirtz. Maybe he thought younger players could press harder or fit his tactics better. Suddenly, Salah wasn't undroppable anymore. He was seen as a tactical issue. Mo felt singled out, like he was being made the scapegoat for Liverpool's poor form. In his own words, "It seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. Someone wanted me to get all of the blame."
I don't know why. Seems like the club is throwing me under the bus. Someone wants me to get all the blame.
Some inside the club even wondered if Salah went public because he already wants to leave, and this interview was his way of forcing the situation. That's a harsh accusation, and Salah refused to name names, but it's clear he felt betrayed. But from the club's perspective, his reduced output and resistance to Slot's tactical demands created a problem they felt had to be addressed. Both sides believe they are right, which is why this erupted into such a public conflict. This all came to a head after a 3-3 draw with Leeds. Salah was benched the whole 90 minutes, Liverpool dropped points, and Mo reached a boiling point. He gave an explosive post-match interview that shocked everyone, calling out the club for undermining him and hinting that the next home game could be his farewell. Salah even admits he called his parents and told them, "Come to the Brighton game. I don't know if I'll play, but I'm going to enjoy it either way." By speaking out, Salah basically pulled a Cristiano Ronaldo. He challenged his manager's authority in public, something almost unheard of at Liverpool. The stage was set for a showdown, and Liverpool's response was swift. Liverpool's hierarchy had a decision to make. No player is ever bigger than the club. It's a saying as old as football itself. Salah is now facing that same reality. As Sky pundits noted, Salah's public outburst was a Cristiano Ronaldo-esque power play.
I done the Salah statement in 30 seconds against United and got sent off.
Yeah.
So No one's perfect. We've all had head loss as players.
And Liverpool's response was just as firm as Manchester United's was with CR7. 2 days after Salah's comments, Liverpool left him out of the squad for their crucial Champions League trip to Inter Milan. No injury, no rest. They just dropped him, plain and simple, to make a point. Manager Arne Slot confirmed it bluntly. We let him know that he is not travelling. That was the only communication from us to him. Ouch. Salah had trained the day before, but he didn't even board the plane to Italy. According to ex-pros and correspondents, Liverpool made the right decision. You can't have a player going off giving interviews claiming he's been thrown under the bus, when in reality he might be throwing the club under the bus. The club backed their manager, sending a clear message, and the message couldn't have been louder. And here's the kicker. Salah won't even get an immediate chance at redemption because he's about to leave for the Africa Cup of Nations. He's set to join Egypt's squad on December 15th, meaning Liverpool will be without him for weeks. There's even speculation that by leaving him out now, Liverpool are preparing for life without him altogether, possibly sanctioning a transfer in January. It's a high-stakes standoff, with Salah's pride on one side and Liverpool making it clear where the authority lies. But before we write Mo's Liverpool obituary, let's remember exactly why this situation is so painful, because of what Salah achieved in the first place. To understand Salah's frustration, you have to remember his past greatness. This isn't just any player being benched, this is a living Liverpool legend. Let's rewind a bit and feel the nostalgia. With Salah leading the line, Liverpool won the Champions League in 2019, the Premier League in 2020, and again the Premier League in 2025. He racked up Player of the Year honours and shattered records, fastest to 100 Liverpool goals, most left-footed goals, you name it. Essentially, Salah built an empire of accolades at Anfield. That's why this current situation feels so heavy emotionally. It's like watching a king being dethroned, and for Mo himself, it's not just professional, it's personal. I have done so much for this club. I don't accept this situation, he said defiantly. It's a pride born of greatness, but history shows that even the greatest have to fight father time and club ambition. Liverpool has moved on from icons before, and it always stings. Just ask Steven Gerrard or Kenny Dalglish in their day. Salah is now learning that harsh lesson in real time. Which brings us to the pivotal question, was this falling out inevitable? An important twist in this saga is Salah's contract and age. Just 7 months ago, in April 2025, Salah signed a new 2-year contract extension. The club finally gave him the massive deal he wanted, reportedly around £400,000 a week, making him one of the highest paid players in Premier League history. At the time, he'd absolutely earned it. He was fresh off another Player of the Season performance, still at the peak of his powers. Liverpool fans rejoiced that their Egyptian king was staying. But behind the scenes, that might have been the moment Liverpool quietly decided to plan for a future without him. Here's the irony. The ink was barely dry on Salah's new deal when Arne Slot and the club came in with different ideas in adding new players. To Slot and the FSG board, Salah wasn't the untouchable centrepiece anymore. He was a player whose style might not age well in Slot's high-press system. From the club's perspective, this season was about evolution, integrating new signings, the likes of Wirtz, Isak, Szoboszlai, and building the next great Liverpool side. In that puzzle, Salah started to look like an awkward fit. And as history shows, the club almost always wins these battles. Even bigger legends than Salah eventually learned the same lesson. Salah isn't done yet. And for Liverpool, it's a reminder that even the brightest stars eventually fade, but the club goes on. Whether Salah leaves in January or fights his way back into the lineup by spring, one thing's for sure. As fans, all we can do is watch, wait, and hope that both Salah and Liverpool find the resolution they need. This saga shows one thing, even if you're Mo Salah, because in football, yesterday's king can become today's controversy, and with that, we'll see what the next twist brings. This story isn't over until it's over. Stay tuned.